It's happened, dudes. The update we've all been waiting for. Today is Halloween. Probably not when you're seeing this, but whenever it's being recorded, at least it is Halloween. The content doesn't stop for Spooky Day. Anyways, we've got a huge update for Phantom Forces that includes a new gun, new weapon models, new stat changes for loads of weapons, and some quality of life changes that you may actually hate, and that I'm left very much questioning. Stick around because this update is huge and a mix of good, great, and ugly. The first big change that we're going to be talking about is the new gun, the SVK12, the first new actual gun that we've gotten in over a year now. It's a fantastic DMR, locked at rank 116, and our first DMR that is over level 100, surprisingly. It's got some super nice stats, including being fully auto. It has 2 unique conversions for it that just beef up the weapon overall, and just overall is a fantastic weapon. I'll make a more in-depth video on it in the upcoming days, but if you want, I made a video on it the other day, though I do believe that some of the stuff is slightly outdated about the weapon now. Anyways, next though, we have a technical new weapon, quote unquote, since the AK-12BR has been fully changed in every aspect, getting a new weapon model, new stats, and even being moved to the LMG category and being given a 100 round drum for some reason. Again, I'll make a more in-depth video on this in a few days, but I do have one again from the other day that might be a little bit outdated, not 100% sure, haven't looked too much at the stats just yet. Side note as well, for some reason, some of the new guns, namely the SVK12 and AK-1276, have like some attachment combos that are quote unquote illegal. You physically cannot mix some different types of attachments, and I really don't get why they did this, so that's kind of a big issue with this update, but currently it only affects a handful of different weapons, and I hope it doesn't go any further than this. Moving on though to other existing weapons in the game, the AK-12 got a dash added to its name. Let's go. Game fixed. Let's go. The M16A1 got a great change in my opinion, having the ramp up fire mode straight up removed from it, much like the M60 got a couple of months ago, and now we just need it removed on the Scar Hammer, or Hammer IAR, whatever it is now. Then the game will be complete. It did get a few other changes too though, like a slightly increased muzzle velocity and a way increased RPM from 750 to 950, which is pretty cool. I like it. The AUG A2 got no changes, but the 7.62 conversion got nerfed into the ground right after I made a video on it literally like 2 days ago. So sad. The AK-47 now has a dash in its name too. Yo! The AK-74 got a change. It has a dash in its name. Yo! The AK-103 also got a change, and it now has a dash in its name. Yo! Okay, that's enough. I don't know why it's important, but okay. The AKU-12, a gun which I actually did one of my first ever Phantom Forces videos on it years ago, got a full rebalance, including a new model, new name, now being the AK-12U, increased damage ranges, aim walk speed, faster reload time, and slightly decreased damage overall, though still 3-shot up close. Very decent little changes. Though 9x19 got also a dash in the name. Yo! I don't care. Our recoil fort was reworked, by the way, too, and basically has all the same like kind of changes that the base weapon got, and generally faster, sure. Still kind of poo-poo 3-round burst though for the 9mm. The AK-12C is all new. It's been renamed to the AK-9 for the 9x30 ammo that it now fires, aka Ausval ammo slapped into an AK. Very cool. It's got some new stats and recoil and big old damage now, and it's very nice. Though its muzzle velocity was cut down by like 60%, so that's something. It's got a new 7.62 conversion, which is cool, I guess. I haven't used it, but I'm sure it's nice. Stats for it seem really okay, so sure, sweet, it works. I'm pretty sure it actually was 7.62 before with a 9x30 conversion, and now it's just the other way around. Okay. I'm actually really happy that they did redo this weapon though. It was one of, if not the least used primary that you'd ever see in the entirety of Phantom Forces, so I think it's actually usable now, and I hope that we see more people get some use out of it. The AK-105 has a dash in its name now. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. The RPK12 also got itself a shiny new model with some all new stats, basically 100% buffs straight down the line, which of course is good. Though the 7.62 conversion for it got some balance changes too, but who's going to use that anyway? Me, I will. It's actually super good. Please use it. It's good. The MP7 got some pretty decent changes too. Let's see. And they did all nerfs. They just can't help themselves, can they? It's so sad. I'm sorry, little one. Surprisingly, the Rama got another change too. They seem to kind of change the way that the weapon works every single update, but it has reworked recoil that's very uppy and downy. Yeah, and you know, damage is decreased. Lovely. It's still fun. Whatever. The DBV12 may have gotten one of the biggest changes as well with this update, getting itself a nice, cool revamp featuring a new name, that being the AK1276. With it comes new recoil, some lowered stats, and his conversions got a whole lot of changes. If you want to see those, I'll have them up on screen right now. Feel free to pause, but honestly, I will be using the base ammo or just like birdshot or something. So the Saiga 12 got itself some weird changes, a big increase in fire rate, faster reload, and lower spread, but overall lower damage range, and yeah, otherwise it's just mostly the same. Oh yeah, and a full auto conversion gives you 500 RPM. Cool. Surprisingly enough, the intervention also got a change. It was kind of in the best state that it had ever been in, but it seems like they basically just nerfed the weapon, just with like the trade-off of an increased headshot multi, which is kind of weird. I'm pretty sure that it already could one-shot head all range already. I don't think I'm wrong. I might be wrong about that, but I don't think I am. No idea. I have not touched that weapon in over a year now, but it is something. 5 times headshot multi, why not? And the G18C got straight nerfs. Really weird, but sure. And our sweet little dudes, armor piercing and hollow point, both got nerfs. Sadly. They're not as fun as they were just a few days ago, but otherwise they've kind of not really been changed all too much. It's just a little bit different now. But yes, otherwise those are the changes for the new Phantom Forces 2024 Halloween update. And overall, this is a pretty big W. There's a few things in here that I just don't really get, like the fact that some attachments can't be mixed together now. I feel like removing people's ability to mix and match whatever they want, whenever they want to do it isn't great, but we'll have to see what happens with that in the future. I hope that no other weapons are affected by this. With all that said though, I hope that you guys enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you so much for watching, and I'd love to know your favorite part of this update in the comments below. Check out my Phantom Forces playlist up on screen right now with over 500 Phantom Forces videos in it, and of course, shout out to all of the channel members up on screen. You guys are awesome. Again, thanks for watching. Peace, dudes.